Imagine you were Ferry Porsche and you couldn't find the car that you wanted, so you built one while your father was in prison. This is our 1948 Porsche 356 #1 recreation. Today we're going to give you guys a comprehensive walk around and test drive to let you decide if you want to put this beautiful piece of art in your garage. Let's talk about the overall condition of this beautiful recreation. I would rate this one easily an 8 out of 10. The reason for that rating, on the rear section where you would have your logoing, it has minor scratches and the logo is missing. Otherwise, fit and finish is very nice. All your doors open up nicely. The original bodies for the 50 produced were made of aluminum. This is made of fiberglass. It does have a lot of the styling cues from the original model. So this was the first production, so one that you can drive on the street, model made. They produced this in Austria and then it moved later on to Germany. So they still do have the original one in a museum, but it is not drivable. This one you can actually jump in and enjoy. I love the color combination. So you have the beautiful silver with the red vinyl. The shift boot matches. It has a nice aluminum shifter. This is a 4-speed with 1,776 cc's. And look at those wheels with that pewter style silver finish and those beautiful caps. Let's spin it. Let's look at the front end. Let's test out the headlights. Headlights operate. The body lines are very distinctive. Remember, this was the first iteration of the 356, and then in the 50s it started to get more round, etc. I love the styling cues that they are mimicking from the original model with these aluminum pieces. You have also the aluminum piece up here. Bumper fitment, once again, is very nice. It doesn't touch the body. And then you have a nice little bumper right here. So like to protect it in case you touch anything, it doesn't scratch the paint. Underneath here, you're gonna have a typical Volkswagen setup with disc brakes. This thing drives fantastic, and we're gonna show you that later on. Let me pop this so you can see the fuel tank and then all the accessories. Very clean inside there. When you look inside, you have the fuel cell. It's painted in a matte black, and then you can put your little hood holder here. Battery is located here, and all the finishes, once again, are very clean. You do have a little bit of overflow from when someone filled it up. Your VIN identification is located over here. All the finishes for the top section are very nice, so they didn't just leave it raw fiberglass. So it's painted and then inlaid in satin black. While the first original 50 units were produced in Austria, the remaining 356s of this style were produced in Germany and made out of steel. This one, once again, is made of fiberglass. It does have disc brakes in the front and drum in the rear, so it is built on a 1968 Volkswagen chassis. You'll see the underside shots if you click on the link below, along with a huge gallery. They copied a lot of distinctive features, such as the door handles and then the interior finishes. So the dash, they really tried to mimic how it looked originally, along with the light finishes on the exterior. Body lines are very nice. All the inner fenders are in very good condition, and the bumper finish is very tight. It's a really nice piece.
Is this a real Speedster or replica?
This? No, if it was real, it'd be worth $20 million or more. This is a replica of the first ever produced Porsche that was street legal in 1948. And that's why it's so unique. The son of the founder of Porsche decided to build his own car because he couldn't find one he liked. And then, so he built this while his dad was in prison.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But it has distinctive features that carry over to like the 50s style models where you have a more rounded body, like a bubbly body. Yeah. But the front nose, I mean, they were just trying to figure it out. But think about it, this is 1948 and it's round. While we take the engine hatch off, let's test out the lights. Lights operate. So you have 4 Allen bolts that come off. You need to do a push in first, and then you find the alignment, and then you tighten them down. When you remove these, it's gonna fold up. Body line's very nice. You do have a lot of heat dispersion right here, so these are all open vents. You do have minor stress cracks on some of the components, but if you look at the gallery, you're gonna see every single panel and you can make a good decision. On the rear section, you do have the rear lights that are mimicking the original. You are missing the item that goes right here as well, and then there are small imperfections on the bumper, so some small scratches, etc. Underneath it, you have a stainless exhaust, made it to that 1,776 cc engine. Let's open this up. Should be able to lift it up. So it pops off easily. You can see the attachments right there. Nice finish on the fiberglass. All right, now we can lift it up. Let's take a look at the engine bay. So first thing we have here is an air-cooled engine. I want you guys to look at all the detail. Look at how beautiful the transmission is. You have your clutch cylinder right here with no leaks. I love the shifter linkage. So if you guys look at this, it's all chromed out, all brand new linkages, so you have a really crisp shift. Your starter motor is in very nice condition. You have your stainless exhaust. And then when you're looking at this section right here up front, you have an oil catch can, and then you have dual Solex carburetors. The engine number will be listed below, but it is, I'm reading upside down here, 20X6. So we'll have a photo of that for you guys to make a good decision. Once again, if you guys have any questions at all, be sure to click on the link below. It'll have a full gallery and underside shots. Looking at the interior, very nice. They did try to follow the design for the original model. You have your dual pane glass. You have all of your switches here. Obviously this does not have wipers, but it does have a wiper control. And then to turn it on, it's very simple. So you're gonna turn the key onto the on position, you click the start button. Emergency brake works as it should. The seats are very comfortable. I'm 6 foot, 210 pounds. Your pedal assembly is nice and easy, so I have very wide New Balance shoes on and I have no problems at all. We do have a secondary set of mats that will be included with the sale. We're also going to include a tool bag along with the Allen keys to open up the actual rear section so you can get to the engine if you want to change the oil. What do you say we start it up? Got to give it a little gas, been sitting in here. Let's open up that garage door and go for a spin. Before we go for a test drive, I want to thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoy this content, please be sure to click like and subscribe below. Also, if you want a production just like this to get top views, you can go to our website and submit your ride for consignment and/or we can buy it directly. I'll see you on the next one. All right, we're going to take this 356 #1 recreation out for a test drive. We're going to go on Marina Mile. We're going to showcase it driving and you guys can decide if this is something you want to put in your collection. One thing I do like is the clutch pedal is very easy. I can roll it out and it will actually pull. It is cold natured, so you have to let it idle for a little bit before you start to drive it. But otherwise, very good. Speedometer is working, our tachometer is working, and the fuel gauge is operating as well. We have exactly a half a tank right now. So I'm 6 foot 210. I have a lot of room for my legs. And once again, braking is even. Third gear. Carbs feel good, they feel synced. That's fourth gear, we'll get back into third. And back into fourth. Cruising at 44 miles per hour right now, steering is responsive. Braking, once again, feels good as well. Downshifting is easy. Going over some bumps, no issues. Doesn't pull from left to right. Very, very easy to drive, which I like. And you look good doing it too. Going over some bumps. Downshifted into third. Plenty of power. Put our turn signal on. All right, let's test out the acceleration. Ah! Not bad at all. So much fun. Go over our signature bumps. I'm going to put the lights on again. We'll do it in third gear. Here comes the first set. No issues. Here comes a big dip. Nice and smooth. Doesn't go all over the place. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to slowly roll out of here.